Hey everyone, Alexis Garcia with PJTV here at the Women Working for Change Conference in Washington, D.C. And right now I'm joined by Texas First Lady, Mrs. Anita Perry. So Mrs. Perry, you were very instrumental in your husband's decision to run. You spent a lot of time on the trail. Just tell me, how's it different running a campaign in Texas and now running for president?
Well, the national, just the territory itself is so much larger, 50 times larger. So it's been different but I've loved every moment of it. People across this country are fabulous. They're looking to get America back to work, and that's what Rick intends to do.
Now, we've seen the polls so volatile, people have been up and down. What do you think it is exactly that voters are looking for?
Well, I think they looking for a leader. And I think, there are a lot of people that are not settled yet. But I think at the end of the day, when they take a real look at my husband, they'll see that, if Texas were a standalone economy, we would be the 13th largest economy in the world. And government doesn't create jobs, but government can create the climate to create jobs. That's what we've done in Texas. We created 1 million jobs over the past year 2 years when the United States government has lost 2 million jobs. 40% of all the jobs in America in 2009 were created in Texas. So he knows what to do to set that climate to get America back to work.
Now, talk a little bit, because we've seen kind of this new poll come out saying that most Americans don't believe that America is exceptional. What about your husband's message can help make Americans believe again?
Well, people say, what separates your husband from some of the other candidates? He is the eternal optimist. He believes that America's days are the best and yet to come in the future. And he knows the polls are going to go up and down. We know that. People are looking someone that can truly deliver the message to Washington and bring us back to prosperity and make us safe. Rick wore the uniform of the United States Air Force. He served our country. We believe in our country. And I think when people really look, they'll see a difference.
He's shown a lot of resilience in the past couple of weeks. What do you have to say to people that have maybe written him off?
I'm sorry they've done that, because I don't really think they've seen the true person that he is. I hope they saw that he's a fighter and he's human, because we all make mistakes. We all forget words every now and then. And he was up the next morning before 6 o'clock, dressed, and did 11 shows and said, hey, I forgot. I made a mistake, and I'm here, and I'm human. And, he threw some comedy at himself, and I think that's really good. He's a fighter. He's resilient. We're in this. It was a tough decision to do this, but we believe in America, and we're going to keep fighting for America.
Now, it's interesting because we were talking with Mary Kay Huntsman yesterday, who you've actually created a bond with, and she said the one thing to do is not look at the media. Do you think that your husband's been getting a fair shake?
The national media, we knew there was going to be so much scrutiny, and we knew they were going to peel layers and layers and layers away. I can only speak as his wife. No. Does any wife think that their husband is treated fairly? No. I really hope the American people, though, this election, we hope the media does not decide this election. We think the American people, in the long run, will look at each candidate. They're going to make their own decision.
Now, as First Lady, you have been involved in many activities. You're a former nurse. I know healthcare is very important to you. We see so many conservative women here at this conference who are looking to get active. What is your advice to them?
I'll say get active, really become involved. Be an educated voter. We've got our country is truly in danger. We believe that. We don't like the path that it's taking. We think we need to get America back to work, reignite the economy in the IRS as we know it. And it's so important we bring America back strong militarily. And we have to create those jobs and able to do that. But we, as a woman, if I would say one thing to a female as they're consider the candidate that can keep them safe. And I think that my husband, with that experience in the military, traveling around the world and running the 13th largest economy in the world if it were standalone, he is that man that can truly keep us safe. And as a woman, that is something I really think about every day.
And I have one final question of importance to Texans. I'm a Longhorn, your husband's an Aggie. They play next week in football. Who are you rooting for?
Hey, it's the game of the century. I have to tell you, I've got to root for the Aggies because I get in trouble in my house. So I'm going to root for the Aggies next week, although I do have a graduate degree from the University of Texas.
Well, Mrs. Perry, thank you so much for your time today.
Alexis, thank you so much. Thank you.